Welcome to episode 28 of this series where I'm trying to talk every single day to the camera for at least 10 minutes without a script, without cuts, without edits, nothing. Just me, my thoughts, my problems, my doubts inside of this journey as a freelance editor slash filmmaker slash YouTuber slash entrepreneur. And I'm just showing what I do every single day inside of this path that I'm trying to build for myself. So as you can see, I'm not in my room. I'm not in the usual place that I'm in right now, because I came to visit my girl in a different city and I'm in her house. So recently I started prioritizing my own life, my personal life, starting to connect with people, starting to engage, like create social connections and all of that, because I've been lacking on that part a lot. I've been completely isolated from society and from real people and from a normal, regular life and from enjoying the moment and being present and all of that. Like, I've thrown that completely away for the last 5 years of my career, and I'm nearly 23 years old, and I have not been living my own life. I've been just working for other people, working for clients. And this mind shift that I've done recently has completely changed the way I approach my job, my craft, my whatever you want to call it, like the YouTube videos and all of that. I've started prioritizing myself, not client work, and not like burning myself out just for the sake of other people's success. I started focusing more on myself and on my own desires and dreams and goals and all of that. So here I am. The second advice after prioritizing your own life and your social skills and all of that. The second advice is to buy yourself a good, decent laptop that you can carry with yourself every single place that you go. Because when I started like traveling and all of that, I had a stationary computer, how do you say that? Like PC, like a Windows big, bulky, like box, which was my computer, and I was editing on that and I was working on that, so I couldn't bring it with myself every single time that I was traveling. So the actual first money that I made out of filmmaking, I bought myself this in 2022, I think, and this was like $2,000 at the time. This is an M1 Pro, 14 inches, 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's super basic. It's the cheapest one that was available. I just bought it directly because I understood that I was going to travel a lot being a filmmaker. And having a laptop, especially like a MacBook, a good, decent, just device that you can work on wherever you go with a good battery, good screen, and that's everything you need. I've been working on a single laptop like 4 years already, almost 4 years, just working on this little screen. This was the best investment in my life after maybe the AirPods or the iPhone that I'm recording right now. But the only two things that you need in your life right now, if you are trying to become filmmaker or any other kind of similar, like maybe a graphic designer, maybe like a photographer or something like that, you need to get yourself an iPhone, a MacBook, or if you prefer Windows and Android, like go ahead. But I'm more into the Apple ecosystem. I like it a lot. Just get yourself that. Get yourself whatever else you need, like the cheapest camera that you find out there on eBay or something like that. Just get yourself anything to start. You don't need this fancy, bulky 3,000 euros Fujifilm camera. You don't need the FX3. You don't need the best Sony camera to start making videos. You just gotta save a little bit of money, buy yourself an old refurbished iPhone for 900 euros like I did with this one, and just start working, start executing whatever you need to do. If your goal is to be a YouTuber, just start posting videos. It's not that hard as it seems. So here I am in a different city, not in my routine, not in my regular environment, and here I am just taking a coffee at midday. What hour it is? Midday, 3 p.m. and just been working since like 9 a.m, something like that. Just putting some cool music in the background and scripting with AI. With ChatGPT, I'm scripting and like making ideas for my new videos. By the way, I'm using Notion to organize all my scripts. This is the next one that I will be recording when I come back home, which will be probably tomorrow. So start organizing your life. Trust me, this will help a lot. And just start executing with wherever you have in your hand right now. If you don't have the tools yet, work a little bit. This iPhone, I bought it with one single wage of, like, with one single salary of working as a waiter at a restaurant. So I have spent the worst month of my life just like moving like tables and how do you say that? Whatever. Just I've spent crazy, terrible month doing that just for the sake of an iPhone, because I knew that it will help me a lot with social media, with filming myself, with iPhone content, with just having a phone, which is a super useful tool. And then this were my whole savings of 3 years of working in a different jobs, like a little bit of freelancing, filmmaking, there and all that. So just save a little bit of money and buy the necessary tools. Don't look for the fancier ones, for the top tier ones at the very beginning, because you don't need that. You just need to learn and to start acting right now in this precise moment. If you have a crappy Android phone, you probably have a camera. If you have a crappy Windows laggy potato laptop, which was my case, I started editing with my mom's laptop, and look how far I've come. I've worked with the craziest clients here in Spain, the biggest artists, #1 artist in Spain, just for the sake of like pursuing my dream, my goal, just because I was motivated and I started acting, and I was not going with the flow and with the system of just starting a college degree, because I dropped out of college at the third day. I realized that that was not my path, and I just went straight into pursuing my dream, into doing the thing that I wanted, that my inner feelings told me, like my instinct was telling me. Drop that shit and just go follow this thing that's motivating you. So, after more than 4 years of pursuing that, I've achieved a state where now I need to focus on myself. I've done all the external work, and now I need to do the internal work to create something bigger. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing for the last couple months. That's why I started this channel. That's why I got the other English channel, my main account, where currently I'm really like started to pop off. How do you say it? I'm finally popping off. Whatever. I got a few videos already. I got, by the way, a new profile picture, because the last one was not like my thing that much. And check these analytics. I don't know if you can see them. Let me grab the phone. This video really started getting pretty decent numbers, like 800 subscribers just from this video. 21,000 views. Isn't that crazy? With a small niche like editing. So it's super important to analyze the stats. Whatever you do in life, you need to analyze it and realize where you gone wrong, like what you could do better. Because even with the wins, you need to analyze the wins and realize what was the formula that made you succeed in that video. And when you fail with this one, that went from 20,000 to 1,000, you need to also analyze it and realize what was your mistake, like the engagement is not that good, so the video is shit, or like the thumbnail or the title, whatever. So you need to analyze your data, like the YouTube data, the Instagram data, whatever. You need to analyze every single information that you acquire in this life, even like personal data, like how are you doing with your social life, how are you doing with like, you need to analyze everything. You need to be super mathematical about every single step that you make. You can't just wake up and do whatever you feel like. You need to have a certain plan. You need to have a certain orientation and direction in your life, and you need to adjust a little bit where you go, but you just need to go forward, and throughout the journey you will realize how you need to adjust that direction. By the way, the email list, check. 500 people. I've already achieved the free limits of MailerLite, so I don't know what to do next. like I need to start paying this shit. I actually don't want to. I'm not really into like having a bunch of subscriptions, because obviously I'm not in the best financial state right now in my life, because I'm starting to reject all clients. Like I've been rejecting clients for 8 months, and it's hard to get certain jobs, but actually I don't want to be all the time just working for other people, like I've been saying throughout this whole month of recording this kind of videos. I just want to focus on my stuff. I just want to be locked in my room or wherever I am and just be crafting my own shit, you know? Because I feel that I'm achieving my maximum potential. I'm reaching the top. I'm reaching the final level of my editing, of my craft, of my speaking abilities, of my everything. I'm maxing my stats to the 100%. Just by focusing on myself, because this is my own project and I will be putting 100% every single day because this is mine. I'm not afraid of working for someone that will eventually kick me out, or working for someone that is not appreciating my job, or working for a project that is not worth it. Like I've always had that constant doubt inside of my head. If like, is it worth it to work with this person? Is he worth of the hours I'm putting in? Because my work is value. You need to push yourself like on top of other people. As bad as it sounds, you need to have a little bit of ego and be a little bit like arrogant, let's say it that way. Because if you're not valuing yourself, who else will? Like, especially in this job, there's a lot of imposter syndrome. You need to deal with that. So, all right, I think the video is already 11 minutes, 12. New profile picture, mails, maxed out, and I am keep writing. I'm still planning, I'm still scripting, I'm still wanting to do even more. I want to post 2 videos a week, not 1. I need to focus on short form. I need to focus on a lot of stuff. So it's also very good to have day offs. You shouldn't be afraid of that, of missing one day, because it's helping you, it's contributing to your mind to be more, to catch up with more desire, the next step. That was it. What day is it? It's November 11, 3 p.m. Here I am writing scripts for the next videos that will probably flop and get 1,000 views, but still here I am. It is what I have to do. There is no other way of surpassing this level. So that was it. I hope you got to this point. Like, I really appreciate if you're seeing these videos. Like, I don't know who will, but I'm posting this just for myself, not for the sake of views or being algorithm friendly or something like that. Just my content, my journal. And in 10 years, when I achieve every single stuff that I wanted to do, I will see this video and I will remember how tough it was. But I will be so grateful to this version of myself for putting the hours in and trying to achieve that, you know? So yeah, that was it. I will keep working. So I'll see you tomorrow with the second to last video of this series. And after doing this, I don't know, I need to develop a new idea. So that was it. Thank you for watching and stay safe.